Dune series is a touchstone for anybody who likes science fiction. The worlds are so rich, they're so developed. Each one has its own unique beauty.
What was really important for all of us is to stay true to the Dune universe.
We wanted to create a world that was as real and situational as possible. For Wallach 9, we found this beautiful rock quarry. It had this beautiful, dark, gorgeous veining of rocks that feels like the rough environment for Wallach 9.
The Sisterhood complex is a huge, brutalist structure.
The interior of the Sisterhood is very austere. There's so much detail in there about how the Sisterhood was founded.
The Sisterhood courtyard location brought me an abandoned church from the pre-World War II era. The reverence of this space matched the concept work that we were doing. It just felt right. When you look at the stones, which the craftspeople here built one at a time, actually create this hushed environment within the sets because they do deflect the sound in many ways, and that also helps reinforce the reverence and the sacred ceremonial quality. In designing Salusa Secundus, I really wanted to juxtapose this world to the world of Arrakis. If water is a commodity on Arrakis, I wanted it to be in such abundance that it was almost carelessly and richly available. In creating the Karina Palace, I really went back to Greco-Roman architecture, and I looked at the proportions of many of the classical buildings and the way that they were built. We found an abandoned shopping mall that was 3 stories with a beautiful rotunda, and we were able to basically put our artificial walls and use that building as a skeletal system that we then clad with our palace architecture.
Every time I see a new set, the detail is amazing, and the craftsmanship is second to none.
The Lanka world had to be a really tough, hard environment. There are a couple of key elements. There's whale furring, the idea of like a woolly mammoth whale, which was something quite fun to create. As far as the homes and the architecture for Lanka Vale, I think something that felt of the earth, of the ground, that felt as base as possible. We found some basalt caves that were carved into the hillsides here, and we were able to rebuild some of those and cover some of the stone and create this kind of natural built environment. For Caladan, we created these hunting lodges or cabins, and we wanted to just kind of give it just a little bit of a sci-fi vibe, but again, feel like something that you could see and believe in nature.
It had this incredibly dramatic terrain. One of the challenges of shooting all those sequences was that we were never on flat land. So we'd have to figure out ways of shooting that were kind of inventive. It was a great location, though.
We've built some really wonderful, fantastic, huge sets and some wonderful worlds. The process is one of the most satisfying aspects of this show. The fact that we were able to really develop this world is what has really been exciting.